Welcome everybody into the Dragon's Lair here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell with you today. We are under a minute away from the national anthem playing and the teams being introduced. So I would just let you know that the Allegany Trojans are coming to town to face the Howard Community College Dragons. The Dragons are 8-8 on the season, 2-0 in the conference, 4-1 at home, and they're welcoming the 0-10, 0-7 in the conference, and 0-2 on the road Trojans. So the Dragons average 59.4 points per game, and they give up 50.3. On the other side, the Trojans average 32 points per game and give up 104.8. So the Dragons are big favorites here tonight. Let's go through starters real quick. Actually, we're going to do the national anthem followed by the starting lineups, and then I will be back to go over the starting lineups before we have the tip-off. All right, Matt Trudell back with you here in Columbia. Let's go over starters real quick. So for your visiting Trojans, it's number 10, Tanila Jackson, freshman guard. Number 11, freshman guard, Damara Green. Number 12, a freshman guard, Ariza Ruzer. Number 32, a sophomore guard, Sophie Snyder. And a freshman center, number 42, Haley Sharp. For the Dragons, number 2, Corey People. Number 21, Madison Carey. Number 1, Tasia Goodman. Number 10, Sarah Deese. And number 32, India Young. Kalani Corcoran going to get the rest tonight. India Young is going to go head-to-head against Haley Sharp for the opening tip-off. Again, the Trojans are coached by head coach LeRae Allen. The Dragons are coached by head coach Aaron Barnes, assisted by Connor Rice, Chantrell Oliver, and Lamont Vaughn. And again, the Dragons are heavy favorites here in Columbia. The opening tip-off goes to Haley Sharp, but it's stolen away by India Young. And now Corey People slows it down, and the Dragons will have their first possession of this game. Trying to keep this team winless. A steal by number 32, Sophie Snyder. Jackson struggles with the pass, but she gets it back, and then Sarah D smacks it out of her hands, and it will be Dragons ball. So Dragons come in today averaging 59.4 points per game. They give up 50.3. They have been on a trend in the home arena to give up less than their average. Corey People now with the ball. Good drive. Kick it out to Tasia Goodman. Goodman for 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Jackson. And now the Trojans heading the other way. Nyla Jackson with the ball. Looking for some help. Gets it over to Sophie Snyder, who gets it back to Jackson. Jackson, a deep 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Corey People. Now Corey People heading up the fast break the other way. Bounce pass to Tasia Goodman. Tasia Goodman, nice. Excellent pass by Corey People. And the first points of the game go to the Dragons and Tasia Goodman on an easy layup. And now Sophie Snyder with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it across the line. Now Jackson back to Snyder. Jackson looking for some help. Snyder's good drive, spin around, hands it off to Jackson. Jackson underhands it, misses it, goes to Carey. Carey gets the rebound, gets it up to Sarah D. Sarah D's taking on the defender and gets an easy layup on the other end. Coast to coast. 4-0 is the score here early on. 8:22 left in the first half. Jackson with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it across the line, picks up her dribble, has to get over to Schneider. Now over to Rouser. Jackson. Jackson's going to move to her right, gets it into Green. Green was going to fire off a 3 and hits that. Is that a 3-point shot or a 2? It is a deep 2. Damara Green gets the first points for the Trojans. Now Goodman over to Young. Now People open for 3. Corey People misses it. Rebounded by India Young. India Young taking on the whole defense. They call a foul. It will be on, I believe, number 42, Haley Sharp. It is a block call, so first foul of the game goes to the Trojans. Trojans only brought 5 players that suited up tonight, so they need to be worried about their foul trouble. Madison Carey gets the inbound from Sarah Deese. She can't handle it. Then a jump ball is called. It will go to the Trojans. Jackson with the ball. Going to bring it up for the Trojans. Tries to shoot the 3, gets blocked by Tasia Goodman. Corey People ends up with the ball. She's good dribble on. Now it's 3-on-1. She fakes the pass, takes it all the way, and gets the layup. 6-2. I think the Dragons are going to want to get a lot of points in the paint tonight. Try and make easy baskets. Corey People faked the pass. Now a 3-point shot by Green. She misses everything. It goes out of bounds. It will be Dragons ball. Again, this Dragons team only averages giving up 50.3 points per game, but this Trojans team averages 32 points a game, and they give up 104. They are number 132 in the country. Madison Carey now with the ball. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound, steps in. She's going to fire up a shot again, misses that. And Haley Sharp comes down with the ball for the Trojans, and we're heading the other way. Damara Green Gets it over to Schneider. Gets it back to Green. Green's going to step in, fire off a 2. Misses it front rim. It goes. DeMar Green tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain the Dragons' ball. Tasia Goodman now with the ball. Corey People inside to India Young. India Young, nice little move and gets the friendly bounce. 8-2 is the score here in Columbia. 6:09 left in the first quarter. Jackson with the ball. Gets it over to Green. Green's going to drive in baseline. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Sharp. She puts it up, misses it. Battle for the ball goes out. It ends up in number 12, Rooser's hand. She misses the shot, but gets her own rebound and puts it up and in. Cuts it to a 4-point game. Now Goodman. Young. Out to Goodman. Goodman thought about the 3. She's going to drive baseline, throw up a floater. She gets it, and they're going to call a foul. The foul is going to be on number 42. Chance for a 3-point play for Tasia Goodman. She's a 62.5% free-throw shooter. Lillian Eldridge and Quachasia Johnson's going to come into the game for Madison Carey and India Young. And substitutions will only be coming from the Dragons tonight. So the first substitutions are made. Goodman to make it a 3-point play. In and out, miss. Sharp comes down with the rebound for the Trojans. She throws it up to DeMar Green. Green looking for some help. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson for 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Corey People. She throws it up to Tasia Goodman. Goodman makes it. Nice, easy transition basket for the Dragons. 12-4. Sharp can't handle the pass. But Sophie Snyder saves it. Now she gets it back to Jackson. Jackson, Snyder, looking for some help. Spins back around. She's going to drive baseline. And they're going to call a foul on Tasia Goodman. So it'll be baseline ball for the Trojans. Snyder looks to get it in, throws it out to Jackson. Jackson thinks about it. She's going to move to her right, bounces it to Snyder. Snyder gets it smacked out of her hands. Good play by Sarah Deese, and it will be Dragons ball. And now Goodman to People, back to Goodman. But Tasia Johnson misses the shot. She gets her own rebound, misses the putback, and Sharp comes down with the ball for the Trojans. Now Jackson with the ball. Over to Snyder. Inside to Sharp. Sharp thought about it, throws it over to Rouser. Rouser goes up, misses the shot. It's smacked out of bounds. I thought it was off the Dragons, but it will be off the Trojans, so it will be Dragons ball, 4:01 left in the first quarter, 12-4 lead for the Dragons. Dragons 6 of 12 from the field, 50% so far. The Trojans are 2 of 13 for 15.4%. Both teams have yet to make a 3 so far. Quachasia Johnson misses the mid-range jumper. It's rebounded by Sharp. And now heading the other way. Jackson with the ball. She gets it stolen away. The ball's on the ground. And they're going to call a jump ball. It will be Dragons ball with the possession.
Held ball, Dragons possession.
Tasia Goodman gets the inbound. She's going to run point. Corey People for 3, and she hits it. So first 3 made for the Dragons. They are now 1 of 3. 15-4 is the score. 3:18 and counting left in the first quarter of this basketball game. Schneider picks up her dribble, so has to get it back to Jackson. Now Schneider tries to get it into Sharp. Sharp back out to Schneider. Snyder's going to drive to her left, throws up a floater, misses it. Rebounded by Lillian Eldridge, who gets it up to Corey People. Now Corey People heading down, and she goes all the way. She gets fouled, so she will go to the line for 2 free throws. She is a 77% free throw shooter.
The Trojans, number 10, Tamila Jackson, her first, team third.
Corey People with 5 points already, has a chance to stretch it to 7. Madison Carey's going to come back into this game.
And the game for the Dragons, number 21.
And she comes in for Sarah Deese, so Sarah Deese will get a earned rest. Corey People, first free throw. Misses that one. Second free throw for Corey People is good. She converts that. And now Schneider with the ball off the inbound from Green. Missed. Stolen away by Cortasia Johnson. She gets it up to Tasia Goodman, who makes that one. 18-4, and a timeout is called by Coach Allen of the Trojans. The 32nd timeout. We're going to step away. 2:39 left in the first quarter. 18-4 is the score. Dragons up. All right, we're back here in Columbia. The Trojans and Dragons are back out on the court. Trojans are going to start with the ball. Jackson has it. Over to Damara Green. Damara Green misses everything. Quintasia Johnson comes down with the ball. She splits defenders. Now it's 5-on-2. Corey People gets out to Tasia Goodman. Goodman for 3. And she hits that one. 21-4. And now Jackson with the ball. Jackson looking for help, gets it to Green. Green's going to drive baseline, pop a jumper, misses it. Rebounded by Lillian Eldridge. Now heading the other way, Lillian Eldridge is going to push the ball, bounces it up to Corey People. She cannot handle the pass, and that is a turnover by the Dragons. So it'll be Trojans ball. And Jackson now with the ball. Snyder's driving. Gets it stolen away by Tasia Goodman. Goodman throws it up to Corey People, and Corey People gets a layup on the other end. Quick 2 points. 23-4, 19-point lead by the Dragons. And now Jackson with the ball. Under a minute and a half left in this first quarter. Jackson throws up a floater off the backboard, misses it, rebounded by Green, and she puts it up. Good offensive rebound by the Trojans. And Damara Green, 23-6 is the score. Quintasia Johnson, now Lillian Eldridge. Nice pass down low to Madison Carey. Easy points. Eldridge had an open 3, but she found the inside pass to get easy paint points. Jackson now with the ball. She thinks about it, gets it to Schneider. Schneider will shoot a 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Tasia Goodman, and now heading the other way. Goodman over to Carey. Carey's going to drive baseline, reverse layup, misses it, and it is rebounded by Reuser. Jackson Over to Green. Inside to Sharp. Sharp can't handle it, but battling for it. They're going to call. And Quatasia Johnson ends up with the steal. She's going to throw it up to Lillian Edridge just a little too far. Out of bounds, turnover by Dragons, trying to force it a little too fast. 14.6 seconds left in the first half, the first quarter. The Trojans have the last possession if they want it. Jackson gets it across the line, 10 seconds. 7 seconds, 6. She gets it down baseline to Rouser. Rouser throws up a shot, misses it. Corey People now, and she gets fouled. So before the end of this half, she gets fouled. We're waiting for a call. It's a foul on 32. That is going to be Sophie Snyder.
Team fourth. At the end of the first quarter, Howard 25, Allegany 6.
They're going to put time,
Correction.
0.2 seconds left on the clock.
There's 0.2 seconds left in the first quarter.
So it's just a matter of inbounding the ball. All right. And that is the end of the first quarter. 25-6 is the score. Dragons up 19 points. We'll be back at the start of the second quarter. All right, Matt Trudell back with you here in Columbia in the Dragon's Lair on the campus of Howard Community College. We're about to start the second quarter with the Trojans starting with the ball. Sophie Snyder gets it inbound. Leading scorers of today's game so far. Tasia Goodman with 11 points. Corey People with 8. A foul is called, so inbounds the ball. The Trojans keep it. Ruser gets it inside to Green. Green gets swarmed. Throws up the shot, makes it in the lane. Tamara Green now leads her team with 6 points. Now Sarah Deese with the ball over to Corey People. Open for 3. She will shoot that. Misses it. Jackson comes down with the rebound and is heading the other way. She's going to drive baseline and gets it ripped away. Jump ball is called. It will go to the Dragons. Excellent play by India Young. Jackson drove baseline on the other side of the basket, ran into India Young, who grab the ball and force the jump ball and a turnover. So now Corey People with the ball gets a pick. She's going to step in, 2-point jumper, misses it, bounces around for the rebound. Young gets it, throws it back in. Good play by her, 2 in a row. Sarah Deese for 3 and gets it to bank off the backboard. And a 20-point lead by the Dragons. 8:49 left in this first half. Jackson, she'll fire off a 3, misses it, rebounded by Sharp. She gets it over to Rouser. Rouser misses a shot, and then a foul's going to be called. I think it's going to be on India Young.
Foul on the Dragons, number 32, India Young, her first.
So
2 seconds.
2 free throws coming. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Baseline possession for the Trojans. Snyder looking to get it in, gets it into Rouser. Rouser throws it into Sharp. Sharp has to get it back out, and then they call a travel on Haley Sharp.
Howard ball.
India Young inbounds it to Corey People, and we're back underway. India Young, Sarah Deese open for 3. She's going to miss it. Corey People saves it, throws it out to Madison Carey, who gets it out to Deese, back to Carey. Carey's going to shoot a deep 2, misses it, gets her own rebound. Now People drives across the lane, gets it inside to Carey, and Carey gets called for the travel. She just couldn't handle the pass from Corey People, took an extra step. Jackson now with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it over to Green. Green's going to drive, gets it smacked away by India Young. India Young gets it up to Corey People. Corey People misses it, rebounded by Young. Young goes up and puts it back up. Good team basketball, crashing the hoop. 30-20 is the score, 7:45 left in the first half. Snyder over to Rouser. Rouser looking for some help, gets it back to Jackson. Jackson over to Rouser. Rouser gets called for a travel. So it'll be Dragons ball. All right, Corey People now with the ball. Kicks it out to Deese. Deese is going to drive out to Corey People. Good ball movement. She steps in for a 2. Misses it, gets her own rebound. Out to Eldridge. Eldridge for a deep 2. And she hits that one. Beautiful shot. 32-8 is the score. Now Snyder with the ball for the Trojans. Green. Green gets it smacked away. Corey People tries to get it. Now 13 seconds on shot clock over to Jackson. Jackson going to move to the right, and they're going to call a foul on Sarah Deese. So reset the shot clock to 20 seconds, and it will be Trojans ball. All right, over to Green. Inside to Sharp. Sharp turnaround jumper misses. Rebounded by Lillian Eldridge. Eldridge is going to start to push the ball. Gets it up to Corey People. Corey People's going to stop, pop a 3, and hits that one. Corey People on fire in the first half. 11 points for her. Ties Tasia Goodman. Tasia Goodman will come back into this game, and so will Quatasia Johnson. Jackson now with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it stolen away on the pass. Corey People go head out all the way, one-on-one. Stops and gets the nice, easy basket. A timeout called by Coach Allen of the Trojans. It's a full timeout. 37-8 is the score, 6:11 left in the first half. We'll be back. All right, we're back. Both teams out on the court. All right, and Schneider now with the ball. Gonna drive in, gets it to Rouser. Rouser has to pick it up, gets it back to Schneider. Schneider thought about the three. She's gonna move to her right, goes down the lane, off the backboard, missed, and it goes out of bounds off of the Dragons. Snyder now looking to inbound the ball. Damara Green's left open. She's going to shoot a three. Misses that one. Rebounded by Eldridge. Now all the way up to Quatasia Johnson. Johnson makes the basket.
Quatasia Johnson.
39-8. 31-point lead by the Dragons. 5:37 left in this first half. Jackson with the ball for the Trojans. Green, now Snyder. Rouser inside to Green, good pass, and makes the baseline jumper. Damara Green, the star of this team so far tonight. Quatasia Johnson on the other end makes a basket. 4 straight points for her for the Dragons, 41-10. Jackson. Damara Green, 8 points, leading her team. Tasia Goodman steals the pass. Now she's going to head down. She gets fouled, and they count the basket, so she will have a chance at a 3-point play. She goes to the line 62.5. The foul's on number 10, Tania Johnson. That's her second foul. Goodman, 13 points, tied with Corey People, has a chance to make it 14. Stretch. Misses that. Battle for the rebound. Goes to Damara Green. Definitely the star of the Trojans so far in this first half. Green gets a pick from her teammate. Now picks up her dribble. Bounces inside, but it's a turnover to India Young. Now India Young wants to push it. And she loses the ball. Gets stolen away to Damara Green. And Jackson. Madison Carey's going to come back into this game. Probably for India Young. Damara Green. Now Rouser. Rouser looking for some help. Gets it back to Snyder. Over to Green. Now Jackson. Jackson for three. Misses it. Battle for the rebound. India Young does an excellent job. Now she throws it up to Sarah Deese. Sarah Deese misses, and they're going to call a foul on Sophie Snyder. And Sarah Deese will go to the line for 2 free throws. She is a...
Sophie Snyder, her second, team second. And the game for the Dragons, number 21,
Madison Carey comes in for India Young.
Shooting 2.
2 shots coming to Deese. Misses the front end. Second free throw. In and out. Lillian Eldridge comes down with the offensive rebound. Now Tasia Goodman for 3. Misses that one. Battle for it comes down to Haley Sharp of the Trojans and heading the other way. Dragons up 32 points, 3:52 left in the first half. Tania Jackson with the ball gets it over to Rouser, who gets it back to Jackson. Jackson gonna drive up the middle, throws up a floater, misses it. Battle for the rebound. Madison Carey comes down with it. She gives it to Quatasia Johnson. Johnson splits the defense, and she's gonna take it all the way. Misses it. Madison Carey with the rebound, puts it up, misses that. Lillian Eldridge gets the offensive rebound, and they're gonna reset it. Now Sarah Deese back to Tasia Goodman. Coach Barnes going to call out a play. Now it's Deese looking for some help. Throws it all the way across to Goodman. Goodman for 3. Misses that one. Rebounded by Snyder. And now Snyder heading the other way for the Trojans. Slows it down when she gets across the line. Looks for some help. And Madison Carey gets a steal on the pass. And then Snyder with the foul. That's Snyder's third foul.
32, Sophie Snyder, her third, team third.
Corey People comes in for Lillian Eldridge. Lillian Eldridge almost high-fived the referee. All right, Goodman now. Gets it over to Deese. Deese open for three. Misses it. Rebounded by Corey People. She's going to put up a shot and makes that
Corey
one.
People.
15 points. She is the leading scorer of the game. 45-10 is the score here in Columbia. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Green now with the ball. And they're going to call a foul. I think it's on Sarah Deese. I'm sorry, no, it's on Madison Carey.
Number 21, Madison Carey, her first. Team sports.
Rouser now with the ball, picks up her dribble, goes to Damara Green. Now back to Snyder. Snyder's going to drive baseline, and they're going to call a travel.
Traveling violation, Howard ball.
So it would be Dragons ball. Goodman gets the inbound, and we're heading the other way for the Dragons. Corey People steps in, nice pass, extra pass to Goodman, extra pass back to Deese. Now Corey People, pump fakes, gets it out. Now Deese for three, misses that one, rebounded by Jackson of the Trojans. Under 2 minutes left in the first half, Dragons up 45-10. Now Madison Carey gets the steal, Jackson through the pass. And now Corey People on the other end. Easy 2-point basket. 17 points in the first half. 5 assists, 7 rebounds. And now Damara Green, leading scorer for her team. 4 of 10 from the field. 8 points. She's going to fire off a three. Misses it. Battle for the rebound. Madison Carey ends up with it. Now Tasia Goodman, she throws it up to Corey People. And Corey People gets an easy basket. Just like that, 19 points. 1:16 left in the first half. Dragons are up 49-10. Jackson. Jackson's going to shoot a three. Misses it. Rebounded. Goes to Tasia Goodman. Now Corey People heading the other way. And she's going to get in the 20-point category. 21 points in the first half. Under a minute left in the first half. Jackson inbounds it to Snyder. Snyder with it, gets it over to Rouser. Now Snyder gets it back. It gets smacked out of bounds by Sarah Deese. So 16 seconds will remain on the shot clock. 33.2 seconds left in the first half. It will be Trojans ball. Snyder gets it into Sharp. Sharp baseline to Green. Green turns around. Nice take by Damara Green, and she is now 10 points on the game. And now Tasia Goodman, shot clock is off. Coach Barnes wants one shot. Now Deese, Carey, Goodman, People. People will shoot a three from the point and hit that one. Makes it a 54-12 point game. 2-1. And that is the end of the first half here in Columbia. Dragons up 54-12. We will be back shortly to go over some first half stats. All right, Matt Trudell back with Coach Rice. Coach, tell us what your thoughts on the first half are.
I think overall our goal out here today is to come out and execute. I think we're front end of a back-to-back, so I think coming out here, still being focused, still being ready for tomorrow, but still execute as best we can, both ends of the floor. Obviously, I think we've done all right so far, but just execute, stay focused, and be ready for tomorrow, today, just get what we need to get done.
How important is it on the front end of a back and back to have such a lead at the end of the first half to get some rotation going?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think especially on the back-to-back, trying to rotate as much. We got 7, so we can't go super deep. We're trying to go 2 at a time, trying to give everyone some minutes, keep fresh legs as much as we can, because back-to-back is tough. It's less than 24 hours. I think it's got 5 tomorrow, so I think fresh legs really important, but just rotate as much as we can. Big lead always helps with that.
All right, well, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back 54-12 at halftime. We'll be back to go over some first half stats. All right, welcome everybody back. Let's go over some first half stats. The Dragons shooting 54.5% from the field, 38.5% from three-point range, 16.7% from the line. That is one of three. On the other side of things, the Trojans 19.4% from the field. They are 6 of 31 from the field, 0%. They are 0 of 11 from three-point range, and they shot 0 free throws. Corey People leads all scorers, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Tasia Goodman, 13.6 assists, 5 steals. And then on the other side, leading scorer Damara Green, 10 points, 2 rebounds. We are a little over a minute away from the start of the second half. I will be back for the start of the second half. We'll be back. All right, we're back here in Columbia. The Trojans start off with the ball. Goes to Jackson, the leading scorer of this squad coming into today, averaging 8 points a game. Now back to Jackson. Bounces it over inside to Sharp. Sharp misses the shot, goes up for her own rebound, but they're going to call a foul. It is on India Young. That's her second, I believe. That is her second foul. Snyder inbounds it to Rouser. Rouser misses the shot. She gets her own rebound, and then she gets fouled. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. They call a travel. India Young thought it was on her. She was perplexed. And now Tasia Goodman with the ball. Over to Deese. Goodman inside to Carey. Carey out to Deese. Deese extra pass to People. Now one extra pass to Goodman for 3. She misses it. Rebounded by India Young. She gets fouled on the ground. So it will remain Dragons ball. They'll have a baseline. The foul is on number 12. That is Arisa Rouser. That is her first foul. Deese gets it into Corey People. Now Deese, 3. Makes that one. 57-12 is the score. First basket of the second half is a 3-pointer by Sarah Deese of the Dragons. Now Jackson with the ball. Gets it over to Snyder. Throws it to Rouser. Rouser's good. Drive baseline. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson for 2. Misses that. Rebounded by India Young. She's good. Look to get it up the court. Gets it up to Deja Goodman. And Goodman's going to slow it down. She move over, gets it to Young. Now People. People thought about it, gets it over to Deese, who gets a down low to Carey, and they call a travel on Madison
Traffic
Carey.
violation. Allegany ball.
Dragons have a game tomorrow night, like Coach Rice said, so they want to make sure they, keep their energy up, not expel too much. You can tell that they're not playing a lot of press defense. Not that they necessarily need it tonight, but it is a bonus to be able to play rather light. Demar Green misses a shot. It's rebounded by Carey, and now Corey People heading the other way. She slows it down, gets it over to Carey. Carey, extra pass to Deese. All the way back over to People. People will shoot a three. Misses it. It goes to Tasia Goodman. She gets it over to Corey People, who has another chance at a three. Misses that one. And it goes up and off the shot clock. It'll be Trojans ball. And we're back underway. Tania Jackson with the ball. Jackson looking for some help from her teammate. Gets it over to DeMar Green. Now inside to Sharp. Sharp gets it back out to Jackson. Jackson thinks about it. Steps up deep two. Gets blocked by Corey People. Now India Young looks up. Get it up court, but she's going to slow it down. Gets it over to Tasia Goodman. Corey People now. Gets a pick from her teammate. Steps in. 2-point jumper. Misses it. Battle for the rebound. Haley Sharp comes down with it for the Trojans. Jackson now with the ball. Over Snyder. Now Jackson. Back to Snyder. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson with the ball at the top of the point. Gets over to Snyder inside. Gets it smacked away. It's almost stolen away by Corey People, but Jackson ends up with it. 5 seconds, and she makes a floater in the lane. Good take by Tania Jackson. 57-14 is the score. 6:43 left in the third quarter. Goodman now with the ball. Gets it over to People. Now Deese inside to Young. Young turns around. She gets elbowed in the face. She would go to line for 2 free throws. That is, I believe, the 4th foul on Haley Sharp. Up her 3rd foul.
At the line, shooting 2, India Young.
India Young comes into today a 61% free throw shooter. Averages 3.8 points per game. Misses the first one a little strong. She already has 4 points. Young with the second free throw. Makes that one. Stretches it out to 5 points on the game for her. And we are 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Damara Green is going to bring the ball up for her team. And it is thrown away. Oh, nope, it's smacked out of bounds by the Dragons. So it will be Trojans ball. Sophie Snyder looking for some help. She's going to throw it into Green. Green gets it stolen away by Tasia Goodman. Goodman bringing it up. She's going to slow it down, and she's going to shoot a three. Misses it. Sarah Deese with the rebound. Gets it out to Goodman. Goodman's going to reset at the point. Corey People gets it over to Sarah Deese. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Young. And Young gets called for a travel. Just a little too excited under the hoop. Took an extra step before she made that layup. Quatasia Johnson and Lillian Eldridge are going to come into the game for the Dragons. Tania Jackson with the ball. Gets it over to Snyder inside to Sharp. Sharp gets it smacked away by People, and they are going to call a foul on Jackson. It is a block.
Team third. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 11, Lillian Eldridge, number 22, Quatasia Johnson.
India Young and Madison Carey will take a break. with Eldridge and Johnson coming on. Deese gets the ball into Tasia Goodman, and we are back underway. 5:30 and counting left in the third quarter. Deese now with the ball. Over to People. People's going to split the defenders. Gets it out to Deese for an open three. Misses that one. Lillian Eldridge taps it out to Corey People. Corey People's going to drive across our lane. Kicks it out to Deese. Deese throws it away. Good steal by Sophie Snyder of the Trojans. And now she's heading the other way. She's going to slow it down. Gets it over to Sharp. Sharp looking for some help. Bounces it back out to Jackson. We are under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Dragons up 58-14. Now Rouser turnaround misses everything. Lillian Eldridge comes down with the ball. She's going to bring it up. Gets it over to Quatasia Johnson. And she gets called for the travel. A timeout is called by Coach Barnes. We're going to step away 30 seconds. 4:38 left in the third quarter. 58-14. Dragons up big. All right, we are back here in Columbia. It will be Trojans ball when we come out of things. Tania Jackson inbounds it to Damara Green. She gets it back to Jackson, and we are underway. Jackson over to Snyder, inside to Sharp. Sharp misses the shot, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson getting pressure, gets it over to Corey People. Excellent pass. Now we're heading the other way. People over to Johnson. Now Deese. Goodman. She's going to drive, throws up a floater in the lane. Nice take by Tasia Goodman. And now Jackson with the ball for the Trojans. Over to Green. Green gets it into Jackson. Jackson throws up a wild two-point shot, misses it, gets her own rebound. And then Tasia Goodman knocks it out of bounds.
Alleghany ball.
It will stay Trojans ball. They'll have 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Green looking to inbound the ball, gets it, tries to get into Sharp. Goodman ends up with the steal. Now Corey People, her first points of the second half. 26 points for Corey People. 62-14 is the score. Snyder now with the ball for the for the Trojans. Gets it over to Green. Green's gonna drive baseline. Gets blocked by Lillian Eldridge. She'll get it back, and then a blocking foul is going to be called on Quatasia Johnson, and a chance for a three-point play by Damara Green. She has 12 points, has a chance to make it 13.
Damara Green.
Green misses it. Lillian Eldridge gets the rebound. She thought two was coming. Almost gave it away. Sarah Deese now over to Corey People. Nice pass by Sarah Deese. Corey People, 28 points on the night. Now Snyder with the ball. Bounces it over to Jackson, Trojans. Jackson over to Snyder. Snyder's going to drive baseline. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Sophie Snyder. What a job by Quatasia Johnson to draw that charge.
Allegany's number 32, Sophie Snyder. Her fourth.
That is the fourth foul on
Team
Sophie
fifth.
Snyder, so she has to be careful. She only has one more foul left to give. Goodman over to People. Now Deese pump fakes, gets it back out to Corey People, who shoots a three from the point, and she hits that one.
Corey People for three.
31 points on the game for Corey People, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Putting together quite the game, 67-16, a 51-point lead for the Dragons. Now Snyder, India Young will come back into this game. Green gets blocked by Lillian Eldridge. Corey People ends up with the ball, and she is fouled by Haley Sharp.
Down Allegany number 42, Haley Sharp. Her fourth. Team fifth.
That is Haley Sharp's fourth foul. India Young will come in for Sarah D. So now 2 players in foul trouble for the Trojans. Goodman gets it over to People. Back to Goodman. Eldridge gets it stolen away on the pass, but Eldridge steals it back. And then Cortasia Johnson pops a 2-point off the backboard and in. Good take by Cortasia Johnson. Good minutes off the bench. 6 points on the game for her. Jackson now with the ball for the Trojans. She's going to shoot a 3, and she gets fouled by Tasia Goodman. So 3 shots coming Jackson's way. Jackson, 66.7% from the free throw line. She has 2 points on the game tonight. She's 1 of 13 from the field. But she has 3 shots coming her way. Makes the first one. Misses the second one. So one more going, and a bit of confusion on the free throw line again. Missed 2 out of 3. Johnson gets the rebound. Johnson drives, nice take, and gets the kiss off the backboard. 8 points for Cortasia Johnson, putting on a show here in the second half. Now Jackson with the ball. Gonna get a pick from her teammate. Nope, they back out. Rouser now with the ball. She gets it over to Jackson. Jackson deep 2. Misses that, rebounded by India Young. She runs over her own teammate. She needs help. Bounces to Johnson. Johnson gets it up to Goodman. Now we're heading the other way. Corey People running baseline wide open and gets the reverse layup. 33 points. Good job by Goodman seeing her run baseline. That is her 7th assist of the game. She has 15 points, 7 assists. Rouser over to Snyder. Snyder drives baseline, goes under the hoop, throws up the reverse layup. Misses it. Close though. Rebounded by Green. She misses the putback, and India Young ends up with the ball. And now Corey People with the ball. Heading the other way. She's going to slow it down. 21 seconds left. There's going to be one more possession. The Dragons want the last shot. Goodman had the open 3. Now People. 10 seconds left. Goodman will throw up the 3. Hits it. 76-17. And that is the end of the third quarter. 76-17 is the score. Dragons up by 59 points. We will be back for the start of the fourth quarter. All right, we're back. The Dragons will start with Deese, Eldridge, Young, Goodman, and Carey on the court, giving Corey People and Quatasia Johnson a much earned rest after 3 quarters. Now Eldridge with the ball. Dragons start with the first possession of the 4th quarter. Deese out to Young. Now over to Goodman. Inside to Carey. Extra bounce to Young. And a foul is going to be called on number 11. Damara Green, that is her first foul of the game.
Allegany number 11, Damara Green, her first, team first.
Deese will have a chance to inbound the ball on the baseline. Gets it out to Goodman. Goodman for 3. And she hits that one. Tasia Goodman, 21 points on the game. Now Green, she's going to fire up a baseline jumper, misses it, rebounded by Carey. Eldridge, extra pass, and Sarah Deese loses it off her foot. All right, Damara Green now with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it into Rouser. Rouser looking down low. He's going to have to bounce it out to Jackson. Tasia Goodman steals the ball. She's going to go all the way coast to coast. Makes the layup. 23 points by Tasia Goodman. Now Rouser with the ball. Jackson throws up a floater, misses everything, and Sharp tries to smack it back, but goes out of bounds. Tasia Goodman now with the ball. Dragon shooting 57% from the field. Sarah Deese over to Young, over to Goodman. Goodman gets it inside to Carey. Carey's going to turn around, 2-point jumper, makes that one. 83-17 is the score here in Columbia. Carey steals Green's pass. Carey's bringing it all the way down, bounces it to Goodman. Goodman gets the nice easy layup. 85-17 is the score. 8:10 left in the 4th quarter. We're going to step away. Timeout on the court. All right, we are back. Both teams taking the court again. Corey People, 33 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Tasia Goodman, 25 points, 9 assists, 2 rebounds. Sarah Deese, 8 points. Quatasia Johnson, 8 points. On the other side, Damara Green, 12 points, 3 rebounds. Second is Tamila Jackson with 3 points. She gets blocked by Deese, but she keeps it. Now Snyder kisses off the backboard, misses it. Eldridge is able to save it. She needs help. And she gets it to Tasia Goodman, and we're heading the other way. Goodman over to Young. Young out to Eldridge. Eldridge over to Goodman. Inside to Carey. Carey travels.
Traveling violation, now knee ball.
So it will be DeMar Green for the Trojans, bringing it up the court. She's going to drive towards the baseline, picks up her dribble, needs help, throws it over. Tasia Goodman now all by herself. And she's going to get an easy 2 points, stretches her points out to 25. Now DeMar Green shoots a 3, misses it, rebounded, goes all the way out to Tasia Goodman. 2-on-1 now. Goodman bounces it to Carey. Carey gets an easy layup. Excellent pass by Tasia Goodman. That gives her a double-double, 27 points, 10 assists on the game. Corey People and Quatasia Johnson will come back in the game. DeMar Green hits a floater in the lane, 14 points for her. Now Goodman. Over to Young. Inside to Carey. Carey gets around the defender, gets an easy 2-point basket. 91-19 is the score. 72-point ball game. DeMar Green now. Gets it over to Rouser. Rouser inside to Sharp. Sharp posting up, but travels. Corey People comes back in. Quatasia Johnson comes in. Taking a seat will be Sarah Deese and Tasia Goodman. Corey People gets it over to Young. Now back to People. Eldridge inside to Carey. Carey inside to Johnson. And Johnson, 10 points on the night. Excellent play by Quatasia Johnson. Even better play by Madison Carey to get it down low to her on the baseline. Jackson now with the ball. Throws up a floater in the lane, misses it. She gets fouled though. The foul's going to be by Corey People. That's her first. And 2 free throws come in Jackson's way.
Dragons number 32, India Young, her third, team first. At the line, shooting 2, Camila Jackson.
Jackson, a tough shooting game from the field, but she is 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Makes that to a 4. Misses the second one, rebounded by Carey. Carey gets it up to Corey People. Dragons with a 73-point lead. India Young steps in, baseline jumper, hits that one. Beautiful shot from the baseline. 95-20 is the score here in Columbia. 5:22 left in the fourth quarter. The Dragons will improve to 9-8 on the season. 3-0 in the conference, 5-1 at home. Corey People tries to steal the ball, smacks it out of bounds. Again, the Dragons have another game tomorrow night. Jackson gets the inbound, kicks it out to Rouser. Rouser bounces it off of Jackson, but she's able to keep control of it. She's going to shoot a 3 from the top of the key, misses it, rebounded by Lillian Eldridge. She steps back, and she's going to bring it up the court herself. Over to Johnson. Now Corey People. All the way over to Eldridge. Eldridge going to shoot a 2-point shot. Makes that one. What a shot. 97-20 is the score. Now Jackson with the ball. Green. Baseline to Snyder, who was open, but she just couldn't handle the pass. Now Corey People with the ball. Over to Young. Inside to Johnson. Inside even more to Carey. Open baseline jumper. 99-20 is the score. Jackson with the ball for the Trojans. They would like a basket here, build some momentum for their next game. Snyder over to Rouser, inside to Green. Green turnaround jumper, misses it, gets partially blocked. And now Corey People with the ball. Gets it over to Madison Carey, who has an easy basket on the other side.
Madison Carey from People.
The Dragons are just playing smart basketball right now, taking high percentage shots. They are shooting 63% from the field. DeMar Green, floater in the lane, misses it. Rebounded by Young. And she gets it up to People. 101-20 is the score. Eldridge now with the ball. Over to Johnson. Johnson gets called for a travel.
Traveling violation, Allegany ball.
Again, this Trojans team averages giving up 104 points per game. So Dragons are right up against that. Still 3 minutes left. Jackson now gets it over to Green. Inside to Rouser. Rouser turnaround jumper misses it. Madison Carey with the rebound. She's going to bring it up the court. Slows it down, hands it off to Corey People. They're going to slow it down. Now Eldridge. Carey. Out to People. Johnson. Carey. Carey. Mid-range jumper misses it. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's going to go 1-on-2. Crosses up Madison Carey, throws up a floater in the lane, banks it off the backboard. Nice take by Tania Jackson. That will give her 6 points on the game. Now Corey People has a three if she wants it, decides against it, over to Carey. She's going to set a pick for Carey. Now she's going to set a pick again. Now all the way across to Young. Young's going to step up, mid-range jumper, misses it, rebounded by Snyder. Snyder brings it across the line, hands it off to Green. Green, you got to shoot a three, misses it, rebounded by Corey People, and then they're going to call a foul on DeMar Green.
Down Allegany number 11, DeMar Green, her second, team second.
That's her second foul.
Entering the game for the Dragons.
Sarah Deese is going to come in
Number
for
1,
India Young.
Tasia
Tasia Goodman is going to come in for Corey People. It's probably going to be the rest of Corey People's night. She is going to end the game. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. So 2 assists shy of a triple-double. A double-double for both her and Tasia Goodman. Sarah Deese over to Carey. Carey back out to Deese. Now Goodman. Eldridge into Carey. Carey misses it, gets her own rebound. Now out to Johnson. Johnson for 2. Misses it. And then they are going to call a foul on. I think they said it hit the scoreboard, so it's out of bounds. 101-22 is the score. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this game. Jackson with the ball. Madison Carey smacks the pass away, but goes off of Haley Sharp. Tasia Goodman now with the ball. Under a minute left. Dragons will be 9-8 on the season, 3-0 in the conference, and they will go to 5-1 at home. The only loss being the overtime loss to Monroe of the Bronx. But Tasia Johnson, good take, kisses it off the backboard, stretches out 103-22. DeMar Green now with the ball. Inside to Rouser, outside to Snyder. Good pass. Snyder with the three, and that is the first made three of the night by the Trojans. 103-25. Dragons are not going to shoot the ball. They're going to let the shot clock run out, and then it will be the Trojans' ball for about a second. There's a second difference between shot clock and game clock. So that will end the game. It's only a matter of time. A 78-point victory by the Dragons. Eldridge inbounds it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. And
Final score, Howard 103, Allegany 25. Thank you very much for your attendance. This is the next game.
all right, that is game. A bit of confusion. 103-25 is your final score here in Columbia. Again, the Dragons 9-8, 3-0 in the conference, 5-1 at home. The Trojans go down to 0-11, 0-8 in the conference, and 0-3 on the road. We will be back to go over some final stats. Matt Trudell back here with winning coach Barnes. Coach, what's your thoughts on the game?
We'll definitely take the win. Glad to be back in the win column, and I think it was a good bounce back game for us.
You had a tough loss the other night, lost by 2. You get a big victory here. It's the front end of a back-to-back. What lessons do you take from this game going into tomorrow night?
We just have a certain level that we talk to our girls about that we want to play at all the time. Credit to Allegany, they play hard as well, but we have a standard that we just want to make ssure we're meeting every night. We want to continue to get better as a team, and I think we are trending in that direction.
So you are now 3-0 in the conference and 5-1 at home. So congratulations. Good luck tomorrow, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
Thank you. See you on Monday.
All right, that is the final here in Columbia, 103-25. I've been Matt Trudell, and I will talk to you guys on Monday.